Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach. If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance. Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Yow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services. The importance of quality.
Well, hello once again, everyone, and we welcome you to another Rider Nation Station telecast of girls high school basketball. Tonight from Grand Lake Health Systems Court, it'll be the visiting Minster Lady Wildcats of Mike Wiss. They'll be taking on the Lady Rough Riders of Scott Jordan. I'm Joe Hurlbert. I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action. It's my pleasure to introduce my colleagues tonight, Mike and Kelly J. And first of all, let's take a look at the Minster Lady Wildcats. This is a program that has usually been a power in the MAC. They're 12-4 overall coming into tonight's ball game, 3-2 in the MAC, and of course, Mike Wiss, longtime assistants for Nan Steckschulte. Those roles have kind of reversed. Nan's still on the bench as the varsity assistant. Mike's got the helm, and I'll tell you what, they're always very competitive, puts a lot of good athletes on the floor.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the premier programs in Northwest Ohio. They always play one of the best schedules in Northwest Ohio year in and year out. That started with Nan Steckschulte. Mike Wiss has been in this program for 28 years. Wow. A lot of it is the JV coach for Nan. He's taken over in the last 9 years as head coach, and there has been no drop-off in the program whatsoever. They're 12-4, but like I said, they play one of the tougher non-league schedules that anybody plays. In fact, they just lost Saturday to Tri-Village, but Tri-Village is
13-4.
13-4, and then is one of the top teams in their conference. So they play a tough schedule. One thing you know about Minster is they will play extremely hard. They will be extremely physical, and they will play defense as well as anybody on our schedule. Sometimes offensively they can struggle to score through the years, but year in and year out, you always walk away saying, man, that is a really good defensive program. In fact, this year, if you look at their scoring, they're 12-4. I would guess you may not find another team in the state could say this. They're 12-4 and do not have anybody in double figures. Averaging. Not one double-figure score. They have 7 girls averaging 4 points or more, which is just really rare. And then they play 8, 9 deep. Everybody contributes. They average about 40 points a game, but the killer is they only give up just a little over 30 points a game. So they are a premier defensive team.
And that 32 points a game defensively is the top defense in the MAC.
Wow.
So,
and that's playing a great schedule.
Yes.
And still holding people to just barely over 30 points a game. So
I think when you look at the girls, and you said nobody's averaging in double digits, and there's a lot of girls averaging 4 and above, I think that to me is indicative of the unselfishness of this ball club.
Yeah, and they're deep. They have a lot of talented girls that they can run out there. Some teams, some coaches would tell you, I'm lucky if I can get 1 or 2 girls that can dribble and shoot.
Yeah.
They have a number of girls who can go out and function in a varsity game, and that's a sign of a good program to have that kind of depth.
I'll be honest, I hated coaching against teams like that, because when you're trying to prepare a scouting report for your kids, you know, normally you sit there and say, okay, so-and-so is their leading scorer, you know, she's averaging 18 points a game, you know, we got to do this, and this. Trying to go over, you know, 10 different players, and okay, against so-and-so, when she's on the floor, you know, you got to do this. And they're just running kids in left and right. That's a hard thing to prepare for, because you know your kids can't absorb that many players.
And all their traits.
And all their traits, yeah.
Well, Addie Inskeep is a 5'11 senior. She's the biggest player that Minster will put on the floor. Of course, Reese Albers, 5'8 junior. Those are the 2 tallest. So they're not overly tall, but they're tall enough.
They have good average size.
Yeah.
Maybe not individuals who are exceptionally tall, but overall decent average size. Reese Albers, you know, when I'm looking at the stat sheet, Reese Albers jumps off. She's a 5'8" junior. She's leading him in scoring at 8, rebounding at 5. She also has 47 steals on the season, so that tells me she is an extremely athletic girl to lead those 3 categories.
For the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders of Scott Jordan, they come in with a record of 5-13 overall, 3-4 in the Western Buckeye League. Tonight is senior night, where they recognize 2 seniors, Cadence Hirschfeld and Reese Rabel. We'll have those pregame activities as far as senior night. We'll show that to you later on in the telecast. But the Rough Riders, as of late, it seems like they're starting to play a little bit better overall and trying to put 4 quarters of basketball together.
Yeah, I think we're definitely on an uptick. We've won 2 in a row, 3 of our last 6, and 2 of those 3 losses in that stretch, we played very well against OG, and we played extremely well against Bryan, and those are both district and regional level powers year in and year out. So I think without question, the Rough Riders have turned a corner per se, and are playing much better basketball now than they did at the beginning of the year. I'm sure there's a lot of teams that they're going to be probably a low seed in the tournament draw, and there'll be some teams that may not be that happy to get matched up against St. Mary's in the tournament.
Right. Speaking of tournament draw is this Sunday. So obviously this week's outcomes will be the final determination as far as
and for the Riders, this is the kind of game where you knock off Minster,
right,
who has a good record and a good name. This can get you
Could
seated
you bump a
several higher places, maybe
up.
even weasel into a home game, hosting a home game, not have to travel the first round. So it can be very important.
Right now, the Riders are led by Reese Rabel with 11 points a game, and close behind Sophie Menker at 10 points a game. And we've seen in these last couple games kind of the emergence. Cadence Hirschfeld's kind of coming out of her shell a little bit and upping her scoring average, and starting to get a little more consistent offensive production out of Claire Turner as well. And even Lauren Jacobs has stepped up and hit some kind of timely threes in several of the last couple games. She scored 10 points against New Knoxville. And so, yeah, that the offense is starting to come around. Really, in the history of playing against Minster, though, the game is going to be decided on if the Riders can handle the ball, if they can handle pressure
and their physicality,
and get into their offense and get respectable shots off of their defense.
All righty, they're lowering the flag for the playing of our national anthem here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. We're going to step away. We're going to bring you senior night tonight as we step away for the national anthem. We'll come back with the introduction of players and the tip-off of tonight's contest right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Katie Ridgefield, escorted by her parents, Tyler and Mindy Ridgefield. Katie is coming to attend the Ohio State University and major in mechanical science and later to the veterinary school. Reese Rader, escorted by her parents, Jerry and Tammy Rader. Reese plans to attend the Ohio State University and major in exercise science and later to the occupational therapy school. Along with all the other activities Reese is involved in, she was named valedictorian of the class of 2025 here at St. Mary's. Congratulations, Reese.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider First Down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
Already back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Before we move along any further with the introduction of players, we want to send our thoughts and prayers out to the family of Jim Deringer, who passed away earlier this week. And of course, Avery is his granddaughter.
Yep, on the varsity bench.
Absolutely.
His daughter-in-law Sarah is a longtime junior high basketball coach for us. What a staple of our community,
Yes,
a pillar of our community. He was a city council person. He was involved in forming Casey Geiger Park. He's been involved in Buckeye Boys State, coached baseball at all levels. He'll be really missed in the town of St. Mary's.
Absolutely, a great example. Well, there's our officials for tonight's ball game. I only know one. I know Steve Orrin on the left. That's all I know. Well, there you go. It's kind of rare to see Steve Orrin without John Derryberry, isn't it?
They are like two peas in a pod.
They did our boys' game against Coldwater at Coldwater. Yes, this is year number 50.
Really?
For Steve. Yeah. Yep. Been at it a long time.
Absolutely. Being introduced for the Minster Wildcats, number 4, Annie Hemmelgarn. Number 10, Reese Albers, a 5'8 junior.
She's their leading scorer at 8 per game.
Addie Inskeep, 5'11 senior.
5 points, 4 boards.
Number 15, a 5'4 senior, Sadie Niemeyer.
Leads them in assists.
And Callie Schmiesing, a 5'4" sophomore.
6 points per game.
Sophia Menker being introduced for the Rough Riders, a 5'7 junior. Senior Cadence Hirschfeld.
Playing for the last time on the horseshoe.
Yep. 5'7" junior Lauren Jacobs, number 10. 5'9" senior Reese Rabel.
11 points per game.
And rounding out the starting 5 for the Rough Riders, Claire Turner, 5'9" sophomore. Sophia Menker, Cadence Hirschfeld, Lauren Jacobs, Reese Rabel, Claire Turner for the Riders, Annie Hemmelgarn, Reese Albers, Addie Inskeep, Sadie Niemeyer, and Callie Schmiesing for the Minster Wildcats. Should be a dandy. The MAC versus the Western Buckeye League. Rider Nation Station, glad to have you along tonight, wherever you may be watching. As the winter sports schedule starting to wind down. Ball is up and tipped and is controlled by Lauren Jacobs of the Riders. Give it to Cadence Hirschfeld.
Comes a double team from the Wildcats.
And the ball's loose on the floor, and the turnover will give the ball back to Inskeep.
Very typical of Minster. They are extremely aggressive, half court and full court.
Schmeezing with the basketball.
Like to do that run and jump thing out of their man up top.
Down low it goes to Inskeep. Kick it back out. In the corner it goes to Albers. Shot up off the glass and good. Or is that Niemeyer?
Yeah, that's Sadie Niemeyer.
Rabel with the basketball to Hirschfeld, the Minker. Right
There's been a
side
few
it goes-
athletes at Minster named Niemeyer.
A lot. Claire Turner's shot is blocked. Shot back up, no good. Here comes Schmeezing with the basketball. Niemeyer with the basketball, give it to Albers. Inskeep, and I think it was last touched by the Lady Riders. I think it's going to stay right here with the Minster Wildcats.
One thing I love about a lot of the MAC communities is a lot of the same names.
Forever.
You hear Albers, Schmeezing,
Hemmelgarn.
Niemeyer.
Yep.
Some of those same names resurface year after year, generation after generation.
There's Hemmelgarn with the basketball, top of the key. Ball stolen, thrown right into the hands of Turner. She'll get it up to Minker. Riders are coming the other way.
That was a reach-in foul.
Yep.
Called the second one. Tell you one thing you got to really be worried about as a coach with Minster. If you happen to get some refereeing crew that decides they're not going to call much,
those body bumps.
Those body bumps and the reach-ins, it can turn into a regular feeding frenzy because Minster will just continue to get more and more aggressive if fouls are not called.
Yep.
Here
comes Hemmelgarn. Schmeezing for three. Nope, it's too hard. Rebound comes down to Hirschfeld. To Menker. Turnover will give the ball back to Minster. The pass was intended for Claire Turner. Hemmelgarn with the basketball. Picks up the dribble. Good defense by Turner. Steals it. Gives it off to Sophie Minker. The Riders are coming the other direction. To Hirschfeld. Lob it down under the Rabel. Off the glass. Nope, won't go. Rebound. Hirschfeld up off the window. Got it.
There you go.
Schmeezing, crossover dribble, takes it to the right side. Inskeep with the basketball. Forced the pass down low. Riders steal the basketball. Not a good pass.
Yeah, good help by Minker and Hirschfeld to shut down that passing angle.
Here comes
Good
Minker
bounce.
down the lane. The ball is kicked out of bounds by Reese Albers. Rough Riders will retain possession of the basketball.
One thing that we used to tell our kids when you play a team like Minster is so aggressive and gets up in your shorts, you need to shorten your passes. Don't throw long passes because they're so aggressive and quick. Dribble, get yourself closer to the person you're passing to so the ball's not in the air as long.
Rabel, corner goes to Jacobs, no good. Rebounder comes Annie Hemmelgarn with the basketball. A lot of action, no scoring.
5 turnovers already, both teams combined.
I think Coach Wiss said that the last several games where they've only won 2 of the 4, he said they've struggled shooting a little bit.
He said the whole month of January.
Kind of a shooting slump and a scoring slump. So hopefully that continues tonight for the Riders' sake.
Hemmelgarn with a three-point shot.
As soon as I say that.
You jinxed him.
There you see
the reverse jinx.
He talked about, though, and we've actually diagrammed this on the telestrator a couple times here of late, not being content with threes and working the ball so that they got post touches, and he talked about dribble penetration so that then they could kick out for better 3 looks, not just settling for quick threes that weren't really great shots at the time.
That sounds familiar. We've talked about that with the Riders, looking to do that a little bit more, which they have, I think, as they started to play better. They've gotten a little bit better touches in the middle and a little more penetration.
Number 5, Ava Stahman into the ball game for Minster, as is Abriana Whoopker.
Coach Wiss is going to run 8, 9, 10 deep.
Got a whistle and a foul.
I think Sophie Minker is going to get 2 shots here. Sophie's shooting 60% from the free throw line on the season. That percentage has been increasing steadily.
This is the first.
Logan Hinchin comes into the game replacing Claire Turner in the post.
A little bit more physicality with Logan in the ball game. Missed them both. Rebound comes down to Inskeep. Quickly up the floor, it comes to Stahman. Goes up, off the glass, got it.
Riders left the ball. Cardinal rule of defense, never leave the ball.
Force pass, shot put up by Jacobs, rolls around and falls through. Errant pass goes right into the hands of Lauren Jacobs. She sticks it back up. 2 points for the Riders, 7-4 on the American Legion scoreboard.
Yeah, Coach West talked about getting post touches and dribble penetration, and you can see here in the early going that they're doing both.
Not settling for threes right away.
Niemeyer's three-point shot won't go. Henson with the rebound. Hirschfeld cross court to Menker. Goes up off the window, too hard, won't go. Rebound comes down to Albers.
Thought we could have had a blocking foul there on that penetration by Lauren Jacobs. No call.
Ripker with the basketball. Inskeep down in the paint. Good job there by Reese Rabel, knocking the ball into the hands of Sophie Menker. Riders are coming the other direction.
Can tell the Riders were told when the big girls get it inside, that let's crash down, have active hands, and try to dig it out of there, out of the post.
Inskeep at 5'11" has a definite height advantage over anybody that's guarding her, with the exception of
And she's
Reineke.
long too, long arms.
Yep.
Jacobs for three, won't go. Rebound comes down to Stahman. Stahman to Sadie Niemeyer. Whipker with the basketball. Stahman. Albers. Reese Rabel sticks a hand in there. Minster controls it. Basketball. We're down to 1:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Pretty fast first quarter. Nice pass. Give
nice
and go.
Give and go.
Couldn't
Albers
finish.
blows the layup.
Menker. Hirschfeld for three. No. Claire Turner back in. Genevieve Hoying checks in. She has every vowel imaginable in her name. Some of them are used like 3 times.
Should be fun on the Wheel of Fortune, wouldn't it?
Schmeezing with the basketball, gives it to Stahman. Ripker with the basketball. She needs help. Schmeezing. Jenna Belcher for three. Got it.
Jenna Belcher's averages 4 points a game for the Cats. Nails that three. Almost up to her average already.
With one shot. 2 seconds. Shot up by Jacobs. Won't go. Rebound comes to the Minster Wildcats. That horn sounds. Ends of the first quarter with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. The Minster Lady Wildcats 10, the Lady Riders 4. Back with the second quarter right after this.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
Albert Sporting Goods, outfitting your team since 1980. Our products consist of individual and team equipment for all community organizations, club teams, high school and collegiate sports. We personalize your gear with embroidery, screen printing, digitizing and graphic design with on-site services to deliver quality uniforms, spirit wear, and fulfill every equipment need. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com.
Kelly, 4 points for the Lady Riders. They struggled offensively from the field, although it was a little fast-paced first quarter, but 4 points.
2 of 12 shooting. That's right there is where it is.
There's your answer.
Yeah, Minster 4 of 9 from the field for their 10 points. But yeah.
How many turnovers did they have?
Three for the Wildcats and just 2 for.
Yeah, which is good.
St. Mary's.
That's actually a good sign.
Yeah.
I thought they got shots off that were respectable, just didn't hit them. Now, some years when St. Mary's has played Minster, we haven't even been able to get shots off because we turn the ball over all the time.
Right.
So I think it's encouraging that we're handling the ball, but you got to make shots.
I thought a couple of our shots were a little rushed, and it seemed to me that it was one of those they need to slow down just a little bit, and the pace of the game was maybe not quite what they were ready for.
Minster, their intensity and aggression, like right here on the ball,
speed you up.
Forces you to play a little faster.
It does.
Yeah.
A little bit outside your comfort zone. You have a little less time than in most games to operate.
Claire Turner walks with the basketball, so the turnover will give it back to the Lady Wildcats.
But yeah, they did get looks. They didn't turn the ball over, as I say that right after we have a turnover, but really handled it pretty well. They just need to slow down and knock down some shots, hopefully. Nice ball movement.
Ripker shot put up, finished by Ava Stammen.
Ava averages 3 points a game for the Cats.
Hirschfeld guarded by Schmiesing.
Good backdoor pass by Reinecke.
Minker finishes, and she's fouled. Nice pass by Audrey Reinecke. You can see it there on our Jackalope Stash instant replay. Good finish.
Beautiful backdoor. And that's something you got to do when a team's going to come out and pressure you all over the court, deny the wing entry passes, then backdoors are going to be open. Back screens and backdoors.
Free throw is missed. Stammen with the rebound here, Schmiesing with the basketball. Whipker drives right side. Pass intended for Schmiesing. I don't think she was quite ready for it. Here comes Lauren Jacobs back into the ball game. Cadence Hirschfeld will sit.
One nice thing the Riders have that not a lot of high school girls teams have is they have multiple girls who are willing to dribble. A lot of teams have one girl who's willing to face pressure like this that Sophie is receiving right now. It helps when you can share the load against this type of intensity.
Schmiesing puts a great ball pressure up top.
She's got feet just like her. Long line of Schmiesing with great feet. Her older brother was a star running back on the football team. Our son Derek played with Bryce, or another brother who was a great running back, had great feet.
And as a guard, you hate it when those people are just there. Every moment of the game.
I used to hate
right
those
there.
little people get underneath you. They get right up in your stuff. Brings back bad memories.
Oh, yeah.
Can't get rid of them.
Yeah, giving up several
Size
inches
and
against
weight.
Adiensky.
Schmiesing shot won't go. Stick back, put back up and in.
Now, when Lauren Jacobs fronts, that's the risk of the front.
Yes. Yep.
When you front and prevent the ball going in, you give up rebounding position.
Right. Double team there. Minker gets it into.
Looks at the back door again.
Reinecke.
Taking advantage of that double team.
Has it
that got blocked.
Ball loose on the floor. Reineke has it. We've got a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Rough Riders. They'll have it underneath their own basket. Reineke with the basketball. Rabel goes up, forced the shot. Wasn't a particularly good shot. Here comes Minster with the basketball. Kick it off to Belcher. And we've got a Sean Bartnett Electrical timeout call on the floor. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect gift for your man, son, or dad? Jackalope Stash Men's Clothing Store in downtown St. Mary's will help you score the perfect gift. At this haberdashery, you will find stylish formal and informal wear, along with the most fashionable and contemporary accessories. Not sure what to get your leading man? Stop in and purchase the Jackalope Stash gift card. Make your man the best dressed in the room, no matter the occasion. Quality, style, stash. That's Jackalope Stash, where riders shop.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, Rider Nation Station, where we're not only informational, but we are also educational. Well, a couple of games ago, we showed the techniques of the sure shot basketball of the late 60s and 70s. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk about the gun that is used now. Nice breakaway by Hirschfeld. She finishes.
Great plays drawn up by Coach Jordan in the timeout. What do you do with a team that's pressuring you and getting all over you and denying all your passes?
Get behind them.
Get behind them. If they're going to suck up like that, it's a football concept.
Yep.
You know, their defenders are all sucked up close to the line. What do? You go deep.
Speaking of football, Sophie Maker threw a.
That was a nice pass.
That was nice. That reminded me of Doug Spencer.
No.
Back in the Doug Spencer to Derek Turner.
Derek Turner, back in the day.
I can't believe that.
Yes. I have it on film.
You do?
Yes.
Bunches of full court passes by Doug Spencer. That was his trademark.
Well, I can guarantee you after the game he probably had ice on his shoulder. He had to ice his shoulder down.
Not a lot of girls throw baseball passes.
No,
well.
not very often.
She threw that past half court.
Yeah.
That was a very nice pass by Soph.
Nice air underneath it, so she didn't.
And I don't think Soph's a softball player. I would have thought Cadence Hirschfeld would have been the thrower.
16-8 on the American Legion scoreboard. Schmeezing picks up the dribble, gives it to Annie Hemmelgarn. Oh.
Good double team. Good help by Logan.
Great footwork.
Good job. Inskeep's shot no good. Here comes Minker with the basketball. Oh, she beat the defender down the paint.
Beautiful
up and
scoop.
In. Yep.
It's another way you beat pressure, Joe. You give it to a good athlete.
Absolutely.
And tell them to beat them. Cook them.
Well, another errant pass by Minster. Rough Riders come up with the loose ball.
Sophie Minker's quite an athlete. She's averaging 10 points a game, second on the team, and she's also leading us in boards, assists, and steals. That's impressive. That's an athlete that can lead in all those different categories. That's why she was an all-Ohio soccer player.
Oh, ball stolen.
I just bragged her up. They took the ball.
Shot put up by Sadie Niemeyer, won't go. Minster comes down with it. Schmeezing back to Niemeyer.
And you almost forgot Sophie Minker, also a member of the first ever WBL championship golf team.
She dual sported this fall.
Yes.
Wow. We've got a push underneath, and Reese Albers will go to the line.
Reese Albers has a St. Mary's connection, Joe. She is the niece of Renee Kaywood, who is a special education teacher here at the high school. Would be first cousins with the Kaywood girls who played basketball here. Carly and Claire, and then Carly is in our Basketball Hall of Fame, would be her first cousin.
Really? As I mentioned, we are informational and educational.
Her brother, Cole, is a 6'8" center for the Minster Wildcats, who will be coming here in another week or so for senior night here at St. Mary's.
Yep.
Brings a very good Minster team, boys team here.
Rough Riders turn the basketball over. Here comes Minster the other way. They're on top by 6. 2:15 remaining here in the first half. There's a three-point shot put up by Albers, won't go. Rebound comes with Hirschfeld. Kendall Davis running the floor on the backside is in the ball game now for Lady Riders. Goes out of bounds. I know we talked about the Lady Wildcats' defensive prowess, about 32 points a ball game they're holding. How about offensively? What are they scoring?
They're averaging about exactly what we are, I think, 40 points a game. So they're not, what would be considered a high-powered offense by any means. And 40 is probably especially a little low considering how many turnovers they generate. They don't score a ton of points considering they get a lot of extra possessions.
Right.
They're not an offensive juggernaut. It's only 16-10 right now.
Exactly.
They're holding us to 10 almost in a half and only lead by 6.
Finish, nope, that ain't going to happen. Inskeep says not in my house, so it's going the other direction.
But defensively, they are elite.
Yes.
Defensively. And have been for as long as I can remember.
Helmelgarn with the basketball. Inskeep goes up.
Nice half hook by the center.
It is, and we have a Sean Barnett electrical timeout on the floor with 53 ticks remaining, 18-10. Wildcats on top. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet. 53 seconds remaining here in the first half, 18-10 on the American Legion scoreboard. The Lady Wildcats on top. It's not been a high-scoring affair, but nonetheless, a lot of action.
Yes, yep, and hotly contested. Both teams are playing very hard. A lot of intensity on both sides of the ball.
Not exceptionally clean here in the second quarter.
Right.
And you can kind of tell that Coach Wist told them, hey, we need to step up the pressure because they've generated several turnovers here in this quarter. And I kind of think the Riders maybe got a little complacent, just a little loose with the ball.
Manker with the basketball. Claire Turner launches one. Nope, off the iron. Sails out of bounds. It'll be Minster's ball. 31.8 seconds remaining. You can see the time in our upper right-hand portion of your screen.
If I'm Coach Wiss, I would get one shot here. I would go into the locker room and had no less than 8.
Riders in a zone now. They haven't done that much here this
Flipker with the basketball. Jacobs on her. Give it to Sadie Niemeyer. We got a foul on Manker.
Good foul.
It's only
fouls to give.
It's only the second team foul for the Lady Riders.
You can give 2 more fouls here and help kind of bleed that time down. Of course, when you get too close to 0, you got to watch applying a foul and then while they're shooting.
Exactly.
But they can get a foul here out front. Now it's probably too late.
Smeezing launches one up at the horn, and that's the end of the first half here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. With a score on the American Legion scoreboard, the Minster Lady Wildcats 18, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 10. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Coming to the Grand Opera House live in downtown St. Mary's, February 1st. Get ready to rock with Thunderbeard, America's #1 tribute to ZZ Top.
Every girl's crazy about a shot.
bringing a highly entertaining show filled with all the classic songs you know and love, fuzzy guitars, and real beards too. Then on February 8th, indulge your senses. See, hear, and feel why Floyd Live is recognized as America's definitive Pink Floyd experience. You'll need Doc Brown and a DeLorean to get any closer. To buy tickets, visit GrandOperaHouseLive.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports.
St. Mary's Rider Rooters has been a pillar of support for all St. Mary's athletes for well over 40 years. Our current membership drive is ongoing, and it has its perks. Consider joining in support of the St. Mary's athletes. Join us at the game or scan the QR code. Go Riders!
Alrighty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Joe Hurlburt alongside Mike and Kelly J. I want to pass along this program reminder on Thursday, January 30th. Boys wrestling against the Shawnee Indians here from Grand Lake Health Systems Court. And then on Friday, we'll be back to bring you boys basketball as the Shawnee Indians, a very good basketball team in the Western Buckeye League, will take on the boys. We'll be here to bring all the action to you. 18-10 is our score. We are at halftime. Kelly, you have some numbers, and then, of course, we got a special feature we're going to show here in just a moment.
I'm watching the little kids game, and Kenna Fulmer is a beast.
Oh, yeah.
She is a beast.
I love it.
She just drove and laid out a girl. That was impressive.
I refereed the 5th and 6th grade girls a couple of the last home things that they've had in their league, and I really like Kenna Fulmer a lot.
Kenna just scored. She knows we're talking about her.
She's aggressive, and I like that.
Her dad was a college football player, and a little bit of those genes trickled down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, okay.
Sorry to interrupt the stats.
Okay, here goes. For the Riders, not a ton of scoring here. 10 points, four in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter. We've got Sophie Manker with 4, Cadence Hirschfeld with 4, and Lauren Jacobs with 2. The big stat just jumping out at me, 2 of them. 5 for 19 overall for 26%, and 0 for 7 from the three-point line. And as I said during the game, I thought that a lot of those threes were a little rushed, and some of that, most of that is because Minster's putting on great defensive pressure and kind of forcing them to take quick shots. So 0 for 7, hopefully that turns around here in the second half. 6 turnovers for the Riders. For the Minster Wildcats, as we kind of expected, scoring is spread out. We've got Annie Himmelgarn with 3, Ava Stammen with 4, Addison Inskeep with 4, Jenna Belcher with 5, and Sadie Niemeyer with 2 for their 18. They were 8 of 19 for 42% from the field, 2 of 7 from the three-point line for 28%, and 7 turnovers for the Wildcats. And I don't know if I mentioned the Riders had 6 turnovers. So a little sloppy by both teams, I thought, at times in the first half. The three-point shooting, not really a surprise for the Wildcats. If you look statistically, they're not a great shooting three-point shooting team coming into tonight. And as we said, Coach Wiss talked about it in the pregame that he wanted to kind of get better shot selection because they haven't shot that well here in the last month or so. And he talked about getting paint touches, and I thought that they did a really nice job with Addison Inskeep getting her some paint touches. She showed nice footwork down there a couple times and was able to score against the Riders, both in the man and in the zone. So yeah, a lot's going to just depend on if the Riders can settle down. They're certainly not out of this game at all, and we know statistically the Wildcats are not a really high scoring team, and so if the Riders can kind of settle down.
Absolutely.
And
and also, and this may lead into our little feature here, if we can hit some threes. Reese Rabel has not had a three-point attempt, and if we can get those, that a three-point shot can close this game quickly.
Yeah, with an 8-point deficit, suddenly you're a couple shots and you're back in the game.
So with that being said, back in the day when we were growing up, we used to go out and we used to go in the driveway and we used to shoot hoops and all afternoon. But the one thing that we did is we chased the ball down every time. We'd chase it.
Whether you make it or miss it, you had to go
get it. And then I think of all these NBA players like the Larry Birds and the Michael Jordans and the Kobe Bryants who say they will shoot 500 jump shots. And I thought, seriously, you're running them all down? But there's a new apparatus out, and I don't know, I'll let you guys take it from here, but it's called the gun, and it really helps as far as shooting is concerned. So we'll go to that, and you guys can talk a little bit about the gun.
Well, the gun is not necessarily a new device. I know that St. Mary's had purchased their gun back in the early 90s, right? No. Late 90s.
Late 90s.
Late 90s. And I'm sure that we weren't on the cutting edge of having that equipment at that time, but the gun is actually a device that was invented by a company out of Upper Sandusky, close, an Ohio company, and the original device that they invented was just a big net, kind of a funnel. And
it went around the basket, so when you missed, your ball fell into the net, came down into a funnel, and then it
rolled out almost like a bowling alley, kind of rolling the ball back to you. This that you're seeing now on the screen.
The new ones don't have a bowling alley railing for the ball to roll on. It's the gun spits the ball out to you, as you can see.
Shoots it out instead of rolling out.
And you can see that the gun, it rotates.
Yep,
as you move around, it rotates.
It will electronically keep track of how many you make, your makes and misses.
And it also shoots it out at various speeds.
Yep. So you can go farther out or closer. So you can vary your distances and locations.
And you can see Reese just moving from spot to spot. You can set the gun to go up to just one spot and stay there, so you can take 50 shots in a row from the same spot if you want, or you can move it around. You can increase the rate at which it spits it back to you.
How many times has Reese Rabel had to go chase the ball?
None.
Comes right to her every time.
And so I think
that's Kelly underneath the basket looking on jealously.
Doing nothing.
Very jealous.
I was saying, oh, man, the times that I had to rebound for all these players.
So that's new school.
This is old school,
This
folks.
is old school. This is Griffin Jordan, Coach Jordan's son, who's volunteered to demonstrate old school basketball shooting. There it is.
That's me right there.
Chasing that ball down the street in St. Mary's.
So by the time he runs it down, she could have probably had 3 shots off.
Correct.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable the technology that is available now for athletes to use.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And I sound like I'm probably doing a commercial for the gun people. We should send them a clip from Rider Nation Station. But St. Mary's has 2 of these guns. Most schools do. I mean, they've sold, tens of thousands of these.
Summers, a lot of times, schools just leave them set up so kids can come and go in the gyms and get shooting workouts whenever they want.
And back when Derek was in school, his junior and senior year, he came in before school every morning and shot on the gun.
Got 1 hour, he could get hundreds of shots up in an hour.
Unbelievable.
And so, it's just.
And back when I was in school, we had to break into the gym just to play basketball.
Yeah.
You had to sneak in that opening door at McBroom Gym.
Exactly.
And of course, heaven forbid if you
the cockroaches would all scatter after you get inside.
Absolutely.
Heaven forbid if you were on a driveway and it was slightly sloped and the ball would come down and bounce even further away.
That's what I was telling Mike earlier. When my backboard was above the garage door, and of course we had a cement slope, and every time it would go through, it would hit the edge of that embankment and boom, down into the woods it went. I had to chase it. You chased yours into the pasture.
Kelly and I both had the disadvantage. If it went just the right angle, it'd head out into a cow pasture, underneath the fence and out in the cow pasture.
Yeah. So
sometimes the balls came back with some mysterious residue from the cow pasture.
Yep. Climbing that fence.
I'll tell you what, I hope you enjoyed that feature, but that's some of the technology Of course, we talked about the short shot basketball a game or two ago. This is the gun. I'll tell you, it's available to the high school program. It's unbelievable what you can do with it. We're back to action. Second half. Minster has the basketball. Schmeezing gets it down low to Inskeep.
Travel.
She may have gotten away with it.
Missed
travel
it.
On that one.
Easy stick back for Addie Inskeep. So we'll see how the Riders have adjusted here at halftime. Manker just tossed one, and it's going to be over and back. Really, Sophia Manker, not a good pass.
No, she
kind
was
of out of control.
Off balance, leaning backwards. When you get a trap put on you, you got to be strong, try to step through it, as opposed to leaning backwards. Obviously, that is, as you said, the story of the strategy of Mike Wiss tonight was to pound the ball inside. Let's get some close shots.
And to keep with 8 points on the night. And normally just a 5-point-a-game person, but I'm sure she's right now feeling like, hey, I can score, get me the ball about any time. I like her footwork. She's got nice post moves.
Yeah.
Sophie Manker on the reverse. No, it falls
Barely
the
falls
other.
off.
Yep, goes the other direction. Here comes Minster. Hemmelgarn with it. That's a
great job by Reese Rabel.
Yep.
Better be.
Exactly. Offensive foul.
After 50 years of officiating, you better not blow that one.
Exactly.
Demolished Reese Rabel on a charge.
Reese doing a nice job hustling back, getting back to take that charge.
Riders got to be really careful. Down 12, normally you'd say, well, 12, that's not that big a deficit. But in a game like this, against a defensive team like Minster, you can quickly get to a point where you can't come back from a deficit because of their defensive prowess.
Yeah, I think Minster's defense, and as far out as they put apply pressure, I think it's very difficult for Reese Rabel to hit and square up for a three. But nonetheless, if she could get two of those, and boo, you can make up 6 points in a hurry.
There's a reason why Mike Wiss has almost 200 victories in his 9 years. He knows that Reese Rabel's their primary three-point threat. Look at how they're guarding Reese Rabel. They're going
to make her drive.
That's a great counter by Reese Rabel. What do you do when they're chasing you everywhere? You take it to the basket.
Yep.
She probably is not going to get an open three in the second half. If she does, Mike Wiss will be all over their defender.
Offensive stick back.
Albers.
Put up and in by Reese Albers.
It's her 8th point. She averages about 8. She's right
Turnover
at her average.
and a breakout. Schmeezing all by herself. Up too hard. Rebound comes down. Shot put up and in by Annie Hemmelgarn. We've got a Sean Barnett electrical timeout called on the floor. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The St. Mary's Memorial High School Alumni Foundation is proud to support St. Mary's athletics. We invite you to become a member of the Alumni Foundation by checking out our website at www.mhsaf.com or checking us out on Facebook. Good luck, Riders.
.5:39 remaining here in the third quarter, 26-12, a low-scoring affair here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Rider Nation Station, Joe Hurlbut alongside my partners Mike and Kelly. Jay, glad to have you along. Of course, boys basketball on Friday. Shawnee Indians here, and then on Thursday of this week, the Wrestlers will be in action on Rider Nation Station as they host Shawnee Indians wrestlers as well. So a lot of stuff going on here in the final months of the winter sports season.
The first couple minutes here, I think you could almost hear Mike Wiss's halftime talk. We're pounding the ball into the paint, and we're going to up the pressure. I wasn't happy with the level of intensity. We're going to up it a little bit and get some turnovers. He didn't turn over St. Mary's as much as he would like, and it's worked so far. It's up to the Riders to adjust to that increased pressure.
Hirschfeld with the basketball. Rabel gets a pick, and just like that, the hands of Annie Hemmelgarn knocks it out of bounds. Riders will retain possession.
Minster has excellent team speed. Their quickness of foot is impressive, and strength too. Their girls look and play very strong physically. Quick and strong is a tough combination for an offensive player to face.
Cadence Hirschfeld missed, got a rebound, missed a second time. Here comes Minster the other way. Although one thing I did note on Cadence's first shot, she didn't have the ball in her hands very long. She caught it and went right up to the basket before a defender could get their hand up in her face. Callie Schmiesing with the basketball, guarded by Hirschfeld. Give it to Hemmelgarn. Inskeep.
Niemeyer for
Sadie
three.
Niemeyer for 3 points. There you see her shot on the Jackalope Stash.
She's an 88% free throw shooter, so obviously she can put the ball in the basket. It's nice shooting form.
Jacobs in the paint. Now she's got to find someplace to go with it, and turns it over. Last touch by Sophia Minker. There comes Logan Henschel into the ball game. Jacobs will set down. Mike Lee responds as well, bringing in Abriana Whipker. Schmiesing will have a seat.
Next 2-3 minutes, Joe, I would say are very, very, very important to the Riders. We're at 17-point deficit now. I don't think we can allow that to get much bigger at all and have a chance at winning this game.
Inskeep with a power move down low. One dribble off the glass. You see it there on our Jackalope Stash instant replay. Minkert.
Double team. Minster's running the run and jump as they usually do. Very, very well. Very good rotations. Very sound defensive team.
Sophia Menker rims it in and out. Rebound, Claire Turner, and we're going to jump it up. Possession arrow points to the Rough Riders side of the court, so they'll have it underneath their own basket.
Riders only have 2 points so far in almost 5 minutes of action.
Reese Rabel squares one up and hits nothing.
Nifty little out-of-bounds play there that Coach drew up to get her at least a decent look.
Yeah, get her a three.
It's probably her best look of a three-point shot.
Having difficulty getting her any shots in the half court.
Right.
Whipker with the basketball. Needs help.
Nice drive.
Stammen off the glass, won't go. Inskeep battling for the rebound. Ball is loose. Good job.
Riders got a 2-on-1 here.
Rabel
nice
goes
pass.
up, and it is blocked by Abriana Whipker.
Great recovery by Whipker. Good hustle. Long arms erased that shot at the basket. Just when you think you finally get an easy basket against Minster, their speed.
Yeah. Well, the back row
rotations
for
recovered.
Henschel. Yep. Inskeep back to Niemeyer. Nope, that won't go. Rebound. Inskeep pulls it down. Good hands. Swing it around. Down low, all alone. Up and in.
Reese Albers.
By Reese Albers.
Comes the run and jump.
We've got a Sean Barnett electrical timeout, a full timeout. The score, the Minster Lady Cats 33, the Lady Riders 12. Back right after this.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, scholarships in education, Boy Scouts, oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
2:10 remaining here in the third quarter. It's all Minster, 33-12 here in the third quarter. Sophia Menker will trigger it in for the Lady Riders. She'll get it into Rabel.
Reese is going to have to take the ball to the basket if she wants to get any shots, because they are not. Coach Witch has obviously told them Reese Rabel gets no threes.
Audrey Reinecke into the game for the Riders.
Try to get maybe a little post presence, feed the ball into the post. If you're having trouble getting any shots on the perimeter, just go inside.
Reinecke goes up with a one-hander, rolls around, won't go, rebound. Jump ball, Minster's basketball. Belcher with a shot, won't go. Ball stolen, shot put up. Nope, that won't go.
Whoopker on the boards.
Jump ball, St. Mary's basketball. Here comes, now they're going to relax the pressure. I thought they're going to put a little bit of pressure, but they're going to pick them up at mid-court. Schmeezing is on Menker.
The second half, I think Coach Wiss has decided to back off the full court pressure. We did get a couple decent looks out of their full court pressure, but we got very few looks out of their half court defense. So I think he's backed off and said, let's play a little more conservative, be strong in the half court and see if we can shut them down, not give them any breakaways.
Nice strong move by Claire Turner. She splits the defense, dishes off to Jacobs.
It's only points 3 and 4 of the third quarter for the Riders.
Here comes Genevieve Hoying into the ball game, and she replaces Addie Inskeep. Menker's shot won't go. She worked hard for that one. Claire Turner has the basketball to Rabel. Menker. Claire Turner battling on the floor. We got a jump ball. It'll be Minster's basketball. 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Minster will probably most likely play for one shot.
I would think so.
Riders trying to get a little pressure of their own.
Coach Wiss has got to be happy with his performance. His Wildcats here in this quarter. Dominating performance.
Jump ball, Lady Riders basketball. Good job by Cadence Hirschfeld in the corner.
They've outscored St. Mary's 15-4 in this quarter so far.
Gotta do a little math there.
I went ahead and did that so you wouldn't have to do any mental math.
Let me help you. 10 plus 4. Simple.
Kelly J's mental math is legendary, Joe.
That's the horn sounding the end of the third quarter with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. The Minster Lady Wildcats 33. The St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 14. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter right after this.
I'm Larry Gruber, longtime educator and St. Mary's wrestling coach. If you're in need for any electrical upgrades, whether big or small, for your business or home, reach out to Sean Barnett Electrical at 567-259-8343. Wondering what it would cost to have a generator for your home or business? Contact Sean Barnett Electrical for a complimentary estimate for installation and yearly maintenance.
Trying to do electrical work on your own can be shocking and painful. Wow! I'm in Sean's corner, and Sean will be in yours for all your electrical needs.
Alrighty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Not a particularly good quarter for the Rough Riders offensively, as they were only able to muster 4 points.
Outscored 15-4. Coach Wist backed off the full court pressure, clamped down in the half court, and boy, it was a vice-like defensive performance by the Minster Wildcats. They're showing you why. In my opinion, they're the best defensive program over the last 30 years in Northwest Ohio.
Right.
As a guard, actually anybody who's dribbling the ball out front, you just have to know as soon as you head in one direction, kind of turn your back, somebody's coming from behind to double.
Yep.
And you know, if you don't have a lot of time to practice that, that's not an easy thing to get used to.
Shot rolls around, falls out. Ava Stahman's shot eventually goes out of bounds. It'll be the Lady Riders basketball.
And of course, it's a Tuesday night game. You know, you played Thursday, so you know you had.
They may be spending a lot of their time on Thursday's league game, and not so much on Minster.
Right.
Minster's a team, because of their defensive style and intensity, it'd be nice to have a whole week to prepare.
Reese Rabel for 3 at Fowler TV. 3-point shot. We haven't had an opportunity to say that much tonight.
Coach Wist is shaking his head. He's not happy that she even got 1 3 up.
Shot put up by Belcher. Nope, won't go. Rebound, Claire Turner.
And it's not a slam against Reese Rabel. They've obviously game planned to take her 3-point shot away. You put enough resources and time, you can prevent somebody from getting threes.
Hirschfeld's shot won't go. The Lady Riders will be on the road on Thursday, and they'll be up at Shawnee to take on the Lady Indians.
Lappin Gymnasium. Best hot dogs in the league, Joe.
Yes, sir.
The Shawnee dog.
Absolutely. They're like quarter pounders.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Tenth turnover for the Riders. And really, if you think about it, the Riders have not had that many turnovers, considering the pressure that they've been under.
Well, there's a wrestling match going on. Jump ball, Riders ball.
Genevieve Hoyne.
You know, in all honesty,
10 going after that.
10 rebounds, 10 turnovers is not bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad at all,
Yeah.
especially against Minster. But they haven't been able to get quality shots.
Yes.
They're not turning over, but they're not getting good shots. They're forced to shoot a lot of runners, half hooks, rush their 3 shots.
Claire Turner will go to the line after being fouled.
They're getting shots, but not quality shots.
Right.
And against this kind of pressure, and there have been many, many teams over the years that have similar style of pressure, you have to put your head down and go to the basket. You can't be passive. You can't, run the offense and 40 feet from the basket. You have to put your head down and go.
Claire Turner gets 1 of 2 free throws. That'll improve her free throw percentage.
Logan Henson checks into the ball game for the Lady Riders. Stahman with the basketball to Belcher. Whipker. Down it goes to Hoying. Hoying thought about it. Stahman shot put up, no good by Whipker, and it goes out of bounds and Lady Riders ball.
Coach Wiss talked about his terminology was cracking the shell, penetrating the paint. And he wanted to make sure that they were penetrating the paint, cracking the shell on every possession before they spit it out to take a three.
He's got to be pretty happy with them executing what he's worked on this week. They have not taken an inordinate amount of threes, gotten some good shots. Nice half hook by Sophie Minker.
But nonetheless, that was a nice shot by Minker, but she had to work
tough
for
shot.
It.
You know, a running half hook from 7 or 8 feet is not an easy shot.
Riders coming out with a little half-court trap of their own, trying to stir up a couple turnovers here in the late game.
Hoying blocked by Rabel.
Reese said, get that out of here.
Absolutely.
Take that back to Minster. Take that back to Bud's Pizza. We're talking about food here a lot. You notice this trend?
Exactly.
That overtime JV game threw off my eating schedule. Good. Take it to the basket. Lauren, there you go.
Nice shot by Lauren Jacobs.
That's how you defeat pressure. You attack it.
We've got a Sean Barnett electrical timeout called on the floor. We're going to step away. We'll be right back.
The importance of quality driver's education for our teens is essential. Capabilities has provided classroom and in-car driving instruction for St. Mary's and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Live classroom and online options are available for our students. Capabilities also administers the Ohio BMV driver's exam for our students and the general public. Contact Capabilities today to learn more about our driver's education services.
I don't always put a new roof on my house, but when I do, I call Eric Anderson with Grand Lake Roofing.
If you're looking for a fast, reliable, trustworthy roofing service, give myself and my team a call at Grand Lake Roofing, 567-890-ROOF.
.444 remaining, 33-22 on the American Legion scoreboard. Joe Hurlbert alongside Mike and Kelly J. Rider Nation Station from Grand Lake Health Systems Court in St. Mary's.
Riders got down by 19 points. Looked like maybe time to pack it up and go home. Credit to them.
Yep.
They continue to fight. They upped a little pressure, trapped.
Down by 11.
Were aggressive, attacking the basket. Now they've closed the gap to 11.
Yep.
A little 8-0 run.
Here comes some pressure by the Lady Riders. See if we can cause Minster to turn the basketball over. There it is right there. Turner has it.
Look up.
Oh, nice job. Hirschfeld up.
Single digits.
Oh, and she can't finish. Ah, man. That drives the coach nuts. We had an opportunity to put two on the board. Yep. Hirschfeld's going to do it again. Nope. Third time's a charm. Rabel has the basketball. Gives it to Manker. Claire Turner will run it down to Rabel.
Ran a play to get
Rabel for three. Nope, that ain't going to go. Rebound comes down to Inskeep.
That'd have been big if she could have nailed that.
Yep.
Keep the momentum going, maybe get Minster to panic a little.
Inskeep with the basketball, backdoor
Nice
it goes.
pass.
Wiss came back with his starters after that timeout too, trying to establish a little order. He had several subs in during that little Rider run.
Rabel takes it to the paint, and ball is kicked. So it'll stay in the hands of the Lady Rough Riders.
Inskeep with a nice pass down there. She sensed the double team and was able to see who was open. And obviously Reese Albert's wide open on the backside.
Manker drives the paint, ball is stolen. It's going to be a 2-on-1 break. Jacobs, no foul. Shot put up and good by Annie Hemmelgarn.
Good hustle by Hemmelgarn, following up that layup attempt by Albers.
Here comes Manker. Picks up the dribble, needs help, gives it to Hirschfeld. Rabel.
shoot the ball. Got to get shots up. 2.5 minutes left. Take the ball to the basket. Get the ball up at the rim.
Manker's shot won't go. Albers with the basketball. She launches one up. Nope, won't go. Rebound. Shot up. Nope, won't go. Rebound to Hemmelgarn. Whistle.
Rodney Stinson finally puts a stop to the fracas underneath the basket.
Rabel picks up her first foul. Team's first. Misses the first one.
Riders might also be at the stage where they could consider start just fouling automatically. Try to turn them over first couple passes and then just foul, send them to the line. About their only chance to get enough possessions to catch up now is to just hope that Minster misses a bunch of free throws in a row. They can't let Minster run clock every time down.
Annie Hemmelgarn with her 8th point on the night, only comes in averaging like a point a game.
1 point a game.
Yeah, having a nice
She's come up big for Mike Wiss.
All the way down it goes to Schmeezing, won't go. Shot put up by Albers. Knocked out of bounds.
Albers may have faced an injustice there. Got drilled in the back, no call.
Boy, the Wildcats applying pressure.
Kind of know with the history of Minster that the girls aren't going to get tired running.
Lauren Jacobs.
How many cross-country titles they won and track titles they won?
Oh, yeah, forever. A lot.
One of my greatest pet peeves in old age now, Joe, is go down and jog the canal path between Bremen and Minster. And every time you jog that canal path, there'll be some Minster cross-country alumnus. Some 6-foot-tall blonde girl with a ponytail comes blowing by me, running about a 4-minute mile, smiling and laughing, telling me good morning and talking.
Carrying on a conversation.
Not even breathing hard.
Exactly.
I'm dying and running about a 15-minute mile. She just flies by me like it's nothing. I usually yell, slow down. You're making us feel bad.
You know, my philosophy in running was I was never a long-distance runner. I always considered anything over 40 yards as long distance. That was it. That's how I gauged my athletic career. 40 yards, that's all you're getting from me.
You had enough distance to get in the end zone. That's all.
That's
all
about
you
it.
needed.
That's about it.
There's no sense to run around the football field. Just run in the end zone, stop.
Yeah.
Minster's leading scorer has her 9th point of the evening.
Yep. Missed the second one. Rebound comes down to Hirschfeld, to Jacobs. Claire Turner. Maker's going to take it to the hole, kick it out to Rabel. She had a 3-point shot. I think she was anxious.
Yeah, I think she
got a little anxious. Yep.
They chased her the entire night.
She finally gets a shot that she could square up to and loses it out of bounds. Avery Daringer checks into the ball game for the Lady Riders, number 2.
Coach Jordan takes out the 2 seniors, allows them to get a little applause from the crowd on their senior night game. Not their last game here, but their senior night game. Those 2 girls have played a lot of basketball for the Lady Riders.
Yep. Schmeezing.
Nice ball movement.
Really nice passing by the Wildcats. Coach West likes that effort.
Genevieve Hoying will go to the line. She'll shoot 2. 49 seconds remaining in this basketball contest. All Minster 39-22 on the American Legion scoreboard.
Last year's score, this is pretty amazing here. Last year's score, Minster won 42-23.
Pretty close as to
We're
what
pretty
we're at.
close,
Yeah.
yep.
Hoeing misses the second one. Minster gets the rebound. Albers drives, gives it to Hoeing. She boots it out of bounds. Lady Riders will have the basketball. 39 ticks remaining. With this win, the Minster Wildcats will run their record to 13-4. The Riders with the loss will drop to 5-14 overall. Double dribble, I believe the call. Hoeing. She handles the ball pretty good.
Yeah, it's nice having multiple guards who can dribble against pressure.
It's also nice when the big girl pops out and shoots a three.
She is. (43-22) our final score. The Minster Wildcats win it. We're going to step away. We're going to come back and we'll wrap things up, bring you some statistics, and head for the barn right after this.
St. Mary's traditions include football, SMAB, and Fowler's TV. Founded in 1957 by Richard and Peggy, Fowler's TV is celebrated, like a Rough Rider first down, for its dedication to high-quality electronics, custom installations of indoor and outdoor TVs, Sonos sound systems, surveillance systems, and so much more. With 12 months of special financing available on approved credit, shopping local has never been better. Fowler's knowledgeable and friendly staff uphold the tradition of exceptional customer care, servicing only what they sell with the same or next day service.
Minster Wildcats win it going away by a score of 43-22. Not a high scoring affair, but nonetheless great defense by the Minster Wildcats. They forced St. Mary's offense to just a lot of pressure on their offense. I want to remind everybody along the way that on Thursday night we'll be here to bring you boys wrestling as the Shawnee Indians come to Grand Lake Health Systems Court, and we'll have wrestling for you. And then on Friday, boys basketball as Shawnee Indians of Mark Triplett will be here to take on the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Will be here to bring you that action. Let's take a look at some of the statistics and we'll wrap things up. Kelly, Mike?
You going first?
Flip a coin.
Do the individuals. I'll get the quarters.
Okay, here goes. For the Riders, we got Sophie Minker with 6 points, Cadence Hirschfeld with 4, Lauren Jacobs 6, Reese Rabel with 5, and Claire Turner with 1 for the total of 22. The Riders were 10 of 39 for 26%, and the computer does that, so I don't have to do any math. So yeah.
Good.
So we've all seen my math in the past. That's not good.
That's why you're an English teacher.
That's why I was an English teacher. The Riders were 1 of 12 from the three-point line, and
wow.
None of those 12. Well, a couple of them were decent looks. The rest of them they were fairly rushed. Minster did a great job of tracking them down and making them take difficult shots. The Riders had 15 turnovers and 1 for 5 from the free throw line. And I'll let Mike do the quarter scores here in just
Before
a
I
second.
do the quarter scores, I'm going to give a shout out to the JV game. Minster won 36-32 in overtime, but we had a little excitement.
Yes, sir.
Jilly Jacobs nailed a buzzer three-pointer to tie the game, send it into overtime. So even though we lost, it was a thrilling JV game. Varsity game tonight, score by quarters. St. Mary's scored 4 in the first, 6 in the second, 4 in the third, and 8 in the fourth for a total of 22. Minster scored 10 in the first, 8 in the second, a big 15 in the deciding third quarter, and then wrapped it up with 10 in the fourth for a total of 43. So as Joe said before, Minster goes to 13-4 on the season. Their next game for Minster, they host New Bremen in a MAC battle Thursday.
All right, let me hit Minster's scoring, and everybody seemed to get on the board here. Annie Himmelgarn with 8, Stammen with 4, Reese Albers with 7, Addie Inskeep with 10, Jenna Belcher with 5, Sadie Niemeyer 5, Genevieve Hoyne with 4 for their total of 43. They were, got to make this a little bigger, bad eyesight, 18 of 48 for 38% overall, 4 of 16 for 25% from the three-point line, and 3 of 8 from the free throw line, 15 turnovers for the Wildcats, and throwing their 9 offensive boards, which is, again, gives you extra possessions. So overall, the name of the game tonight was defense.
And speaking of, in your opinion, probably the best defensive team the Rough Riders have faced all year?
Yeah, I'd say
without question.
Yeah. And they nice. Just everybody's in the stance, everybody's in position. You know, they didn't overcommit
double
too
team,
much.
they rotate out of the double team. They recover. They're strong. They're quick.
Yeah.
Nice defensive team.
Well, the Rough Rider ladies will be on the road on Thursday as they'll have a Western Buckeye League encounter up at Lappin Gymnasium, and they'll take on the Lady Indians of Shawnee. That's going to wrap it up for Rider Nation Station here for tonight's contest. I want to thank Hunter Winget, Doug Spencer, Rich Spencer, and Logan Yelton down below. We want to give one final shout out to the 2 seniors tonight. So it would have been Cadence Hirschfeld and Reese Rabel. Those are our 2 seniors tonight. Of course, they next to last home game. They'll be back.
One more league game against Kent.
Yep, one more league game, and we'll be here to bring you that game. For my colleagues Mike and Kelly J, I'm Joe Hurlburt. Until next time, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.